Have you ever stopped to wonder who invented the everyday objects we use every day? You know, those things we take for granted? The zipper on your jacket, the toothbrush you used this morning, even the refrigerator that keeps your food cold. These inventions didn't just magically appear. They're the result of countless hours of ingenuity, sweat, and probably a few exploded prototypes along the way. In this series, we're diving deep into the fascinating and often hilarious stories behind the inventions that shaped our modern world. We're going to uncover the forgotten heroes, the accidental geniuses, and the sheer determination that brought these everyday marvels into existence. Alright, let's talk about toothbrushes. Now I know what you're thinking. Toothbrushes? That's boring. But trust me on this one. Early civilizations used chewed-up twigs or pieces of bone to clean their teeth. No ergonomically designed handle, no soft bristles, just a pointy stick scraping at your gums. The first bristle toothbrush appeared in China around the 15th century, made with boar hair bristles. Toothbrushes became more common in the 1800s, thanks to mass production. Nylon bristles in the 1930s revolutionized the toothbrushing game. From twigs to high-tech gadgets, the toothbrush shows our quest for cleaner teeth. Let's talk about zippers. Yeah, zippers. Those ingenious little devices that hold our clothes together. Before the zipper, our clothing options were pretty limited. Buttons and laces were the go-to fasteners, but they were fiddly, time-consuming, and let's be honest, not always reliable. It took a Swedish-American inventor named Gideon Sundback to perfect the design in the early 1900s. Sundback's invention, which he modestly called the separable fastener, featured interlocking teeth that could be easily opened and closed with a slider. Zippers became a design element in their own right, adding a touch of modern flair to clothing and accessories. From haute couture gowns to everyday jeans, the zipper became ubiquitous, changing the way we dress and forever altering the course of fashion history. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a good paperclip? It's such a simple, elegant solution to a common problem, keeping papers together. The story of the paperclip is a winding one, with numerous inventors attempting to solve the paper fastening conundrum. The iconic looped design we associate with the paperclip emerged in the late 19th century, and it quickly gained popularity for its simplicity and effectiveness. During World War II, paperclips became a subtle symbol of resistance in Norway, worn on lapels to show solidarity against Nazi occupation. Today, paperclips remain an essential part of our lives, silently holding our papers together and reminding us that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most brilliant. Let's face it, the refrigerator is the unsung hero of the kitchen. It keeps our food fresh, our drinks cold, and saves us from food poisoning. For centuries, humans used ingenious methods to keep food from spoiling. The quest for artificial cooling spanned the 18th and 19th centuries. The first commercially viable refrigerators appeared in the late 19th century. Innovations made refrigerators smaller, safer, and more affordable. Refrigerators revolutionized food storage and preservation. The safety pin, a simple, brilliant invention that has held our lives together for over a century. From baby diapers to fashion emergencies, this tiny piece of bent wire has been indispensable. Invented in 1849 by Walter Hunt to settle a debt, it featured a spring mechanism and guarded point. Today, the safety pin remains a versatile household staple, proving the power of simple design. Let's talk about watches, specifically, the marvel of engineering that is the self-winding watch. Before the advent of these little wonders, keeping a watch running accurately was a daily chore. The dream of a watch that could wind itself had been around for centuries, but it wasn't until the late 18th century that the first self-winding pocket watches began to appear, thanks to the ingenuity of Swiss watchmakers. One of the key breakthroughs came in the 1930s with the invention of the rotor, a weighted component that spins freely as you move your wrist, transferring energy to the watch's mainspring. This innovation revolutionized the watchmaking industry, making self-winding watches more accessible and paving the way for the development of even more sophisticated timekeeping devices. So there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating and often overlooked stories behind the everyday objects we take for granted. From the humble toothbrush to the revolutionary zipper, each of these inventions has its own unique tale to tell. These stories remind us that even the most mundane objects have a history, a journey from an idea to a reality. So the next time you reach for your toothbrush, zip up your jacket, or grab a snack from the fridge, take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity that went into creating these everyday marvels. What inventions are you most curious about? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below.